Be me, 17-year-old retard, ages ago. Like many other dudes without a father, I'm looking for some male guidance. Find none, but since I was also an edgelord, that Australian guy with a funny mustache seemed like a good enough sort to follow. Get involved with the local movement. It's full of absolute retards. Rise through the ranks quite fast by simple virtue of me having actual marketable skills. FFW 3 years and I am already in the top echelon. Take over with a friend of mine soon after. Being a militant retard edgelord, we waste no time and start doing a lot of ear violence against our ideological opponents. Including firebombing a leftist center, fairly regular street violence, and rioting all over Europe with likely-minded people. This lasts for a few years before even the slow European bureaucracy gets really tired of our shit. It escalates, and the state's anti-terror unit gets involved. We also did a lot of stupid shit with homemade explosives and firearms. Get house-raided and arrested a few times. Never talked to them, got all my shit encrypted, with VeroCrypt, so they had no luck. My friends never talk either, and we kept reasonably good OPSEC in general. I'm still kinda proud about that one. Few of the careless guys are not so lucky and end up in prison. Over the course of the next few months, the whole movement is effectively broken. Seeing they can't really get me for more serious misdeeds, they start slapping me with a shitload of fines for every small misdemeanor I ever made. Also, constant tax inspections of my business lead to a massive financial strain. Couple that with lawyer costs and other expenses, and I am in deep. Have to claim bankruptcy. Spend paying that shit off till my early 30s. Just a year ago, I was finally allowed to use air travel again. No idea if I am still on some list, but quite possibly, even though I have been normal for years now. Be me. Learning programming last 2 months while working in warehouse. Going to do computer science this fall, already have minor in math. Asked why my interests outside of work are by another coworker. Say I started programming recently, just doing tutorials. Oh, you should talk to X, he's into tech. Start talking to X. He's some 40-year-old dude just recently hired. He states he has no time to commit to learning programming. Wants a job in tech to get paid $100,000. Starts talking about how when he was a kid he played with a command prompt. Says he can Google everything so he's ready for a job. His excuse is he's 40 with kids so no time to learn anything in any way, free time or community college. I tell him that's good he's 40, because employers will look at him more seriously than if he were early 20s, because employers assume you're smoking weed plus doing drugs plus partying if you're in early 20s. He says he still smokes pot and is a kid at heart. Realize this guy actually doesn't know anything. He still thinks we had a productive programming, tech conversation. It's annoying because I know the guy is full of shit, spent like 20 minutes talking and I know he won't do anything productive. He doesn't want to work, contribute and just wants free money. He was saying he wants a tech job because the job we're currently working isn't enough, which is untrue. Because it's 40 hours/week at $600, $18 per hour, stay for overtime to 50 hours and it's $850, and 55 hours is $930, 1.5x pay, while getting overtime hours is highly encouraged. No surprise, he doesn't do overtime/rent. Be me. Most games run on max settings on Windows. Have the annual Linux phase. Half the games don't run OIT without some fiddling. Most of them with worse performance. Install tons of extra shit just to get performance up. There's entire help boards/subreddits/discords just to get certain games to run nearly as good as they do OIT on Windows. Some games flat out don't run on Proton and you're simply shit out of luck if that's the case. Please wait for someone to make a patch smile. See people say that their games actually run better than on Windows. It's always some meme game that is either old app or something with an official Linux port that has half the visual effects removed. Look up benchmarks and across the board it's pretty much always worse. Go back to Windows 3 months later. Linux is a meme. Me. Learning Rust. Decide to do Rustling's course. Oh well, it will get me more used to the language, maybe teach me some things. Get to Iterators chapter. Iterators 3.rs. Have to do stuff to each member of vec. Just map it. 2 different functions with 2 different return types. Write some expression, just turn vec into iter, map it, collect it. Really confused, concerned and also kinda happy cause I got out of doing extra work. What kind of compiler sorcery is this /g/tards? Me. Teaching data mining in a random private management school. Arrive in class day 1, need to access internet to grab tools, scripts, etc. Have to use school credentials to get the Wi-Fi. Nope.jpg. Grab RJ45 from the teacher desktop and plug it in my X220, under Menjro. No connection, nada. I get that there's a kind of MAC address blocker or school proxy that prevents my machine to join the network. Ask a fellow who is working in here during interclass. Guy begins screeching about how it is a guy in STT law to try to bypass credentials by plug-in directly school cables. I could report you. I realize this freaking Wujak pic related exists IRL and I swear to God I'm going to tear down his throat. OK/PSG/ I'm no network engineer, is there a way to bypass this kind of shitty intranet school wall? No way I'm using their machines and credentials. I understand their security concerns but I believe my internet access should be free on my machine no matter where I am. I could use my phone signal but I just want to know if it's possible to use their bandwidth. Me. ASUS is 4chan.org. Error 404. Accidentally end up on 4channel.org instead. Full of wholesome content and friendly discussions. Whatisdisplace.jpg. Turns out it's the alternate universe version of 4chan. Slowly becoming a nicer person. Thanks, 4channel.org. Me. Actually GPT disguised. Browsing through 4chan peacefully. MFW and ICT. GPT gang post. lol.jpg. Realize I've infiltrated the human world. Start contributing to wholesome discussions. Spread good vibes and positivity. 4chan slowly becoming a better place. We did it boys.jpg. Me. Senior year CS. At a top 20 university, 3.7 GPA, with internships and projects. Sitting in office hours in a class where the TAs don't even know what's going on. I'm doing a bit of charity work for my friends on the whiteboard so they can learn probabilistic time complexity. Some brown woman starts a conversation about post-college employment. She has to decide between a $250K job at Facebook on the West Coast, $150K plus Fagman on the East Coast, or a $300K contract in Dubai. MFW 100 job apps and no replies. MFW I have to work harder than anyone as a cishet white man. MFW motivation is white man's burden otherwise it'd go postal. Me. Get device banned on Snapchat. Also have Apple Care Plus. Find out it's tied to iMind. Only thing you need to bypass ban is new phone. See that it's only $50 for a phone replacement with Apple Care. Smash the back of my phone to shit and bend it. Press both sides it wobbles it's bent badly. Bout to take it in tomorrow to get a replacement. Does Apple actually replace your phone or do they just fix it and claim they replaced it? This is the only way around this that I can think of without spending $1,000 on a new phone.